Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend vid. Starting with the SPY. We're just going to see SPY still going up. You'll see this month still going. You'll see the 3-2 quarter still going up about 7%. Qs, you're going to look the same. The 3-3-2 up quarter still chugging along. And if you saw last week, it's pretty quick during the trading week, but you're going to see the 60 triangle looked like this. All right, now we're just back to grinding to the highs. And when you're at all-time highs, this is pretty much what happens is you're going to triangle lay out, you're going to make lower lows, and then you're going to go again. You'll triangle lay out, make your lower lows, go again, and you're just going to pretty much just keep repeating. And what happens is when people are buying at the highs, right, they're jamming their stops somewhere in the previous range. So they buy it, then they get triangled out, and then they go. And you'll see they buy it, then they triangle lay out, then they go. Then they triangle lay out, and then they go. And it's just a grind at the highs. So just be aware of that, but still going. You'll see in the Dow Jones, same thing. The IBM, pretty much the same thing. So going into Monday, it's a matter of, are those going to be confirming or negating on the daily, and we'll see how the weeks open. As far as your setups go inside week, we will see NVIDIA and AMD like so. So NVIDIA, there's your slight lower lows on the week, and your inside week signal, which gives you pivots to go back to the highs. With AMD looking similar, you'll see the lower lows, taking them down, triangle lay out, and then the inside week to try and time that back through the range. Pivot machine gun style, we like that. All right, no daily signal there, 2-day signal, maybe got the inside bar cooking up, we'll see. If we go to GEV, you're gonna see the inside week signal. We do have this broadening formation, so you wanna get out of that thing. It's a 2 going 3 month. You have the hammer day pivot machine gun. This is a good one for Monday, where you can kick into full time frame continuity pivot machine gun. And you could look at like 660 calls, 670 calls if you want to go further out of the money to start the week and see what happens. If we go to SSRM, we got some leaders in here. So you see momentum hammer, boom, inside bar momentum hammer. See if they can measured move those guys again. You'll have KGC, just like your gold stuff. Measured move, hammer again. See if they measured move again. We'll have NBIS. This has been a crazy one. You'll see the 2-2 week, inside week, see if they go again. If we go to GSAT, we'll see the 3-1 week. Above that, 3610, we'll see if they can go again. And then we'll hit Oracle. You'll see they go, and then inside week, just be careful of the mother bar problems, so they might chop them up a bit. But you can see, right, timing the lower low, and then boom, see if we go momentum. And then for 2 down, 2 up reversals, we'll have the Jets ETF, maybe. Did go down last week, but didn't really go anywhere. So we'll see if they can bring them back. Maybe a rough strat day into full time frame continuity, although they're a doji. So just be aware, it's not a leader here. We got United Airlines, the hammer week, still, going up on the quarter with quarterly magnitude. If we go to Delta Airlines, you'll have the hammer week. You'll see the slight triangle out of these guys here. And we got rev strats on both of those guys for Monday. In the tech, we'll see SE. Potentially the 2-2 reversal week to the upside here. You'll see it's one of the leaders as a 3-2 month, or quarter, and a 3-2 year. So maybe they continue to explode. You'll see this triangle here. Please delete this. They're trying to get out of it. So we'll see. Can you break above last week's highs SE? We'll also see CRM, which is not a leader play. It's more of a bottom picker type play. You'll see some lower lows with the rev strat week. As far as fundamentals for the longer term guys, AI seems to be, replacing a lot of CRMs, at least in the near future. So they're still increasing revenues, but we'll see what happens to them. And then we will also have eBay, maybe a rev strat week in here. And you'll see still a doji month, maybe a 2 going 3. And again, it's just not a leader. If you're looking for leaders, we already talked about them. Then we have some bearish setups, the staples. You're going to see shooter month down, 2 going 3 quarter, countering the hammer quarter. Still an inside year, right? But Staples not having a good time. So this is currently your weekly triangle, which means they could firm things back up. Right? Probably get the slight lower low in here, but we'll see. On the bearish side of things, Procter & Gamble, they are going to start bringing them in. You got some slight higher highs in here. The 2-2 reversal pivot machine gun week to quickly take out some of these guys right here. So a good one for, a lot of Friday and whatnot, or not a lot of Friday, but some out of the monies. Maybe some 152.5 puts or 155 puts would be good. Slightly on the money. If you go to the energies, XLE, slight shooter week with the lower highs. XOP, shooter week after higher highs. So they're not looking the best. Right, and they could go full time frame continuing down below last week's lows there, which tells you COP. You'll see the 2-2 weaker, and it makes lower highs, so this is one of the weaker ones. It is already a 3 on the month, but we have pivots to come back through in the form of those monthly pivots, which also line up with your weekly pivots. So maybe if energies start bringing them in, COP could be one of those guys to the lower highs and then take them all out to the lower lows. We also have some scenario 3s to talk about. You'll see FSLR, potentially the 132. If we can break this, 216.24, and get out of that. We also have HOG on the bearish side of things, potentially the 132 full time from continuity down, reclaiming this scenario 3, which gives you some range, right? 18%. And then we'll have SCHW in the financials, maybe the 3 hammer 2 to the upside, and similar to eBay and stuff, right? It's not the strongest, right? It could turn into full time from continuity. Just a matter of do we get that signal in force and stay in force. We also have win, maybe a 132, but it's going into recent highs. This is from our quarterly macro video where we talked about this, the lower low, the hammer, boom, right? So we still have pivots to go after. We also have the yearly 3 trying to take them off, so we'll see. As far as some leaders go, Uranium's had a week last week, and this is one we've been talking about all year. Beautiful stuff. So they're finally taking off. You're gonna see this on the yearly chart. We've been talking about this level since we've gotten near it, 42. So above that, we're going up here. Right? It might take a couple of years. Hell, it might even take like 8-10 years. However, with the 3 on the year, next year 3-2, right? That could speed things up, and maybe we do it in less than 12 months, which is very, 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 very possible. If we go to SMR, you'll see that was one of the leaders, the inside week up last week, which I believe we talked about here on Wednesday night, and they got going, did they not? If we go to Oklo, you see we had the 2-2 week in here, which we did identify, but then we had the 2-2 week here, pivot machine gun that finally broke it all. You'll see how they close outside of the range, continuation, gone. If you recall Oklo, we actually identified this one above this, 976, which, oh man, right? And this is why you hold winners. You buy a winner here, you make 500%. If you reduce that by half, where's your cost basis? Negative $20, right? You're never going to lose in that. Gone. If we go to CCJ, you're going to see 3-2 quarter as well. Also had a little bit of a week last week, closing outside of this stuff here. Like so. And you'll see the slight lower low week to time it. On they go. Then BWXT, which is not as firm. It's just inside month still, but is going as well. So that covers that. Here is your list for the weekend vid. This is what we got. So I will see you guys bright and early Tuesday morning. Adios and have a good rest of your night.